He asked us, be you angels? And we said nay, we are but men. Rock.
All right, so there he uses a nice light falsetto. You would think that that would be more of a rock scream spot, but he definitely went much, much lighter.
Run, run, lost boy, they say to me.
So for those of you who don't know, Tenacious D is a comedy duo. And while they are a comedy duo and they focus primarily on being funny, they're also exceptional musicians.
This is the greatest and best song in the world.
Yeah, no pressure.
Tribute.
Tribute to the greatest and best song in the world. If you want to see an uncut version of this video, check out the link in the description.
Song in the world, I'll eat your soul.
All right, so they're definitely into their theatrics. I mean, beyond just the comedy, it's a very theatrical show. They've got, you know, the smoke machines, they've got the makeup, they've got the whole stage setup. There's a lot going on. If you're interested in getting a free lesson with me, please check out the link right here.
Sun don't shine and the moon don't glow and the grass does grow.
All right, so you probably notice here that Jack Black is mostly singing in his chest voice, and Kyle is singing the upper harmony. I think their voices gel really nicely together, although Jack Black definitely is using a lot more character to his voice, and he's kind of putting on a persona when he's singing this part. It's definitely not flat and, you know, natural to the way he would normally sing if Jack Black ever normally just sings. You can hear how he's always kind of changing his vocal tract, really, with a lot of this and then a lot of this, and he's kind of constantly changing the way that he's shaping everything in his mouth, and that adds to the comical aspect to it. But it's also really good for new singers to be able to know that it's good to play around with your sound, to be able to find those different colors that you could potentially have in your voice. They can sing it all like this. They can sing it all like this. You could just kind of like play around with it, and, you know, it doesn't matter if it sounds good, quote unquote, or bad. You're finding different areas in your voice and, you know, playing around with that. So then you can kind of take that and use different aspects of what you're doing in that area in your real sound. Does that make sense? So making sure that you have a little bit of this and a little bit of this and mixing it all together to make a nice, well-balanced sound. So if you're always like this, then you're never going to get any of this type of sound. You got to kind of play around with the different sounds your voice can produce.
He asked us, be you angels? And we said nay, we are but men. Rock.
All right, so there he uses a nice light falsetto. You would think that that would be more of a rock scream spot, but he definitely went much, much lighter. I guess, yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to fit, especially because he said, be you angels, and then he said, no, we are not that. So, like, falsetto would be what you would think an angel would be singing in. Or maybe that's just my perception. I don't know, I'm rambling right now, so let's continue. Another thing that I'm hearing with him is he's really not worried about letting his voice crack, because again, it's a comical performance. He doesn't care if he breaks a little bit. It can even add to the character, and being willing to do that can actually help you find more release in your voice than you ever really have before.
The greatest song in the world, no, this is just a tribute. We couldn't remember the greatest song in the world. No, this is a tribute.
Like, listen in that one line, how many colors he used in his voice. Constantly switching around all of his vocal tract and the way he approaches the sound.
To the greatest song in the world, all right. It was the greatest.
Trying to mimic, I'm sorry for stopping so much. Things keep occurring to me. Apologize. Trying to mimic Tenacious D in this song would actually be a great exercise for a lot of beginner singers. And trying to mimic it as exactly as possible would really help a lot of beginner singers break out of their shell. Because I find that one of the biggest roadblocks a lot of beginner singers hit is that they're not willing to make sounds that they're not used to already making. And the sounds that they're already making are not getting them where they want to be. So part of what you need to do as a beginner singer is start to make those sounds that you don't want to.
It's the greatest song in the world.
Oh, I love the scatting. That's really cool. And the way that they're passing back and forth, making it a really nice rhythmic element there. It's a good electric guitarist.
The song that we played on that fateful night didn't sound anything like this song, because this is just a tribute. You gotta believe me, and I wish you were there now. It's just a matter of opinion.
I find that Jack Black often defaults to a mock operatic type of sound. And often doing that can actually help with releasing a lot of tension. So when I do this, it kind of allows for the larynx to sit low, and it allows all the muscles around the larynx to release a lot. So if he opted more for this type of sound constantly, then that would be really tiring to his sound. But he opts for this type of sound more often. And that type of sound is going to be much more easy for him to sing. I like this little ad-libs. They high energy or what? Holy man.
And we're playing the...
What song is that a reference to? Something about a stairway. Not sure.
greatest song in the world. I'm talking about Tribute.
I wonder which song they're referring to. So I hope you guys like this video. If you did, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more videos like this, that one right there. I see it. You don't see it? It's right there. Ah, man, I got to make sure that they put it there. I could have sworn I put it there. You see it? Click it if you see it.